We're going to show you the actual juice making process. The first video we showed you the prep, and then the second video the assembling and the making. So everything's been soaking. Let it soak about 30 minutes in the vinegar water. Then I move it to this side of the sink, which was also sterilized. Just rinse off if there's any spots with dirt on it. No big deal. Some of the pieces, like the turmeric, any parts that don't look good, you can trim off. And then we started composting, so we keep it. Most of this is fine. And this has a really strong, almost pungent smell. If you eat Indian food, you get quite a bit of turmeric. It turns yellow when you cook it. And both this and the beets will stain pretty bad, so watch out. The ginger, all that looks good. All right. Let's just show you juicing a few different things. We won't go through the whole, it'll take too long. And then we'll do one final video of how to wash it when it's done. So it's pretty simple. On the back, there's an up for forward. If it gets stuck, there's a reverse. I'm going to start with some pulpy things. So this one catches the pulp. This one catches the juice. Pretty great. I'm going to start with some that don't have a ton of juice to show you. So we'll do this on 5. This is the turmeric. It's a pretty solid juicer, but I like to put it in a little bit more manageable pieces. And you don't have to shove it down too much. Once it gets in there and catches, it starts sucking it in. That's what turmeric looks like. It's amazing. Some ginger. I usually hold up right here when I push this plunger down, just because it is plastic. Again, don't force it. You gotta just let it feed. A carrot that's this thick, I'll usually, this end is fine. I like to at least half it, just so it's easier to juice. And leave it on 5 for that. This is how dry the pulp is coming out. I mean, completely dry. If you're on a very, very low pulp diet, we're making this for a couple friends who don't need any pulp, so we're gonna filter it again at the end. But if you wanted to just have less pulp in the juice, you could turn this up to a lower level, and it would extract less juice, push out more pulp, which means the juice will have a little bit less pulp. Celery, same thing, just feed it in. If your strainer starts getting caught up with the celery strings, just cut it in shorter pieces and it won't be a problem. And then we do kale and spinach both this way. Just kind of stuff it in, and you'll have to use the plunger to get it down there. All of these juices I'm keeping on 5. I'll show you how we do something with a lot more juice in it in a moment. Put some more carrots so it can feed through really well. Carrot's kind of the solution with the juicing. If things start not going through well, just put a piece of carrot in. And it kind of helps feed the rest of the vegetables through. Now, something with a higher juice content, like this is a blood orange. I usually just quarter it. These have higher juice content, so the bell peppers we might turn down to like a 3 or 4. I mean, there's no wrong thing. You just have to play with it and see what works. This juice overall is going to have a whole lot more carrot to sort of balance everything out. This pulp, if you feel it, is quite a bit more wet, just because it's a higher juice content. And then the orange, we might have to actually turn up to an even lower number. We'll see.
going through just fine. And we'll switch back to carrots and celery. This is how it goes. So we'll show you the next video at the end how to clean it up, kind of the end of the prep.